How's it going, ladies and Brucers? I'm Bobby Sixkilla. Welcome back to Novena Diabolos. Time to go visit another girl, and we know who it's already going to be, don't we? The lawyer. Who should we visit? Hannah. Look at their trust in me. It's getting so high. And Hannah, I think, is the most likely to not be evil. Let's go. Okay, I should go see Hannah. And also, we left her in a hole with a broken ankle. As I get closer to the abandoned village, all sorts of negative thoughts make me walk faster. It appears the villagers haven't been able to find Hannah. But still, I can't help but picture the worst case scenario. I wonder if she's alright. Hey, Jin Sung. So you're still alive, huh? Hearing Hannah's voice fills me with a sense of relief. I'm truly glad that she's safe. And the wave of negative emotions I had felt now calmly subsides. I quietly let out a satisfied sigh and approach Hannah. Am I still alive? What kind of greeting is that? It's a simple question. I get the impression that that's Hannah's sense of humour. She's made quips like this in the past, but I still don't quite know how to react. Maybe it's just me. Friendly pranks and banter aren't really my strong suit. Come on, look alive. Can't get your tongue. Her tone's a lot more casual than previously. Actually, it's even more than that. She seems really happy. Amazing. Now I actually feel a little silly for having worried so much. Well, I guess I'm still breathing. I'm going to check my audio again, just to make sure. Yeah, we're good, we're good. You're so cold-hearted. You didn't even worry about me at all? Are you kidding me? Really? I was worried to death. What's this? You told me I have quite a temper in the heat of the moment. Looks like the same goes for you, Jinsung. No, that's just... Now, that was... If we're going to do this, we might as well get comfortable talking as equals, okay? I think we're about the same age. Ha! Whatever floats your boat. Okay, I'll hold you to that. Something wrong? What the hell? How is she so energetic and in such a good mood after everything that happened? Never mind. So anyway, how's your ankle? Oh, you mean this? Hannah raises her ankle and moves it around in circles like it's no big deal at all. There you go. And you're sure you're okay? You couldn't even move back then. A little rest was all it took for me to feel better. It wasn't a major injury in the first place. More importantly, check this out. Hannah hands me some pictures. I take my eyes off her ankle and take a closer look. That's... Did you find that at the town hall? Right, it's all I managed to get. This person just appeared out of thin air. Out of thin air? It's... I don't know how else to explain it. I know it sounds weird, but Hannah pauses and looks at me. Without words, her gaze clearly implies, don't look at me weird, no matter what I just said. So I simply nod. A person just came out of the wall. A hooded man wearing a priest's robe. At least I think it was a man. I know, we were there. We saw it. Images of it, dressed in a hooded robe, flashed before my eyes. As I had already assumed, the horrifying sight of it was what suddenly made Hannah run away. It all happened so suddenly. I didn't really have time to think about it all until now. Now that I think about it, there has to be a secret passage in the wall somewhere. No, it's definitely not. I witnessed it phasing through the wall as well, but I don't think that's something I should be discussing. His face looks so scary, so dead, like a mannequin or a doll. Maybe some sort of makeup? Face painting for a religious ceremony? Makeup. Guess it could be, but I'm not sure. Let's set that whole topic aside for now. Want to go inside first? We shouldn't be doing this so out in the open. I nod. Hannah's right. Let's not focus on wall-phasing satanic demons for now. We enter the abandoned house together. First of all, I spread out all the pictures on the floor and sit down next to them. Hannah looks around. She pulls up a chair and sits down nearby. Are you sure you're okay like that? What do you mean? It's just, you know, a chair. Never mind, just ignore it. You'll get piles sitting on the floor like that, you know? I look at Hannah because she's being unusually considerate, then focus my attention on the pictures. This one's from August 20th. The villagers in it all have smiles on their faces. It's like a completely different place, and there's no fog anywhere. The next picture's taken on September 18th. It also shows the villagers. It still looks bright and there's no fog. However, something about it looks different from the previous picture. Maybe that's simply because it's a different group of people. Now for the final one, taken on October 19th. A strange ominous atmosphere prevails, much like the village's current state. In this picture, the whole place is already covered in fog. I look back and forth between the pictures to compare them. Is there anything useful that we can learn from these three pictures? There, that's him. Hannah points to a man in the picture dated August 20th. Who's this guy? Yes, that's Sung-hyun Kwon. Oh yeah? Wait, what? You seem surprised. Of course I am. So that right there is Sung-hyun Kwon, who went missing? Yes. Wait a second, so the day Sung-hyun disappeared, August 10th. I look at the picture again. The date clearly shown on it, August 20th. Okay, let me just think about this for a moment. Sung-hyun disappeared on August 10th. The police are treating this as a murder case. The picture that clearly shows him was taken on August 20th. This clearly proves something about... Sung-hyun's disappearance? We know that Sung-hyun went missing on August 10th, but if it's dated August 20th, he went missing later than previously assumed. What are you talking about? If this is the proof that he's been here on the 20th, he's no longer missing at all. Get it? Oh. Hannah's very direct explanation brings me back to my senses. My focus on the disappearance itself isn't the right approach. That's not the important thing here. Oh, right. Let me explain again. The accusations against your father are based on Sung-hyun supposedly having been killed on August 10th. However, this shows that Sung-hyun was alive and well on August 20th, which means the picture is proof of your father's innocence, so the other one. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Only now do I realise how relieved and at ease Hannah looks. This explains why she's in such a playful good mood today. Hannah's father, Tak-kyung, is suspected of having murdered his friend Sung-hyun. However, Sung-hyun came to this place after having disappeared, and there's even photographic evidence of it. Sung-hyun wasn't killed at all. Hannah had managed to find conclusive evidence that her father isn't a murderer. So, what happens now? Is it over just like that? Do I hug Hannah, celebrate, and then move on? But things haven't been solved so suddenly, I feel like my whole timing's been thrown into disarray. So what do you think? See anything? What do you mean? The pictures. You can see the villagers back when things were fine. Do you recognize any of their faces? Oh, I focus again and look at the pictures. Seeing these faces, I recall the matching names of those that went missing. Daegyu Choi, Yae-min Park, Yong-suk Kim, Jae-won-oh. Of course, there are some people I don't recognize, like Sung-hyun. In some cases I remember the face but can't put a name to it. Still, quite a few of the people on there are among the ones I'm looking for. Though I was prepared for that being the case, my hands still tremble a little. You're right. These are the missing people I'm looking for. I'm sure of it. Well, that means they're not really missing either. Their strange religion made them all gather here, right here at Hope Hill Village. Hannah looks like she's thinking hard about something. Though we'd already suspected as much, it's quite shocking that all these people appear to have gathered here voluntarily. Any luck contacting someone on the outside? No. Nothing yet. Damn, really? I guess our hands are tied. We'll have to wait for this fog to clear up. Let's get out of here as soon as we get the chance. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, don't we? Hannah is proposing that we leave together once the fog clears. I don't know what to think about all this just yet. Is this really it already? Everything's solved just like that? Can it be so simple? I should accept my luck at this point. But there's something in the back of my head keeping me from being content with how things are right now. Even ignoring abstract concepts such as instinct and intuition, something just doesn't feel right. What's the matter? You don't exactly look happy. I take another look at all the pictures again. There's something that's not noticeable at first glance. Something about these pictures really bothers me. Hannah, have you ever seen any young people around here? Young people? Hannah looks confused, like she's never given it a thought before. Something's not right. Look at the pictures, there are no young people anywhere. At first I thought they just didn't want to be photographed, but now that I think about it, I've never seen anyone young walking around Hope Hill Village, except, all the girls and ourselves. Huh. That's right, yeah. Hannah appears to think about, but seems hesitant. Seeing her so serious makes my focus shift. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. In her head, Hannah is already thinking about getting out of here as soon as the fog clears. What if my weird suspicions only raise unnecessary doubts in her mind? My main focus right now should be getting out of here, not playing detective. You know what? Just forget it. It's probably nothing. Wait, hang on. Jin-sung, do you remember? Those villagers had a conversation while we were hiding. Conversation? The villagers back at the town hall talked about something. Come to think of it, one thing they talked about really stuck out to me. Comment about Mr. Park? I don't know. Ritual and salvation is hardly some special thing. We know about that already. Let's try this one. Mr. Park will be here soon? What do they mean? What are you even talking about? More importantly, didn't they mention something about salvation? We already know about the rituals and shit. Oh. By the way, about that other thing. Huh? Oh, you mean... yeah. How do they even do it? Don't concern yourself with that. They do their own thing. Let them be. I assumed that they were talking about the demons that were being summoned and killing people. Better to stay out of it, isn't that obvious? Isn't it all about the ritual? Well, anyway. Young folks these days lack true faith. That's just the facts. Don't even say that. The poor lost souls. Oh yeah, I pray for their salvation. That's right. I bite my lower lip and look at Hana. She looks back at me and nods. I have a bad feeling about this. A salvation ritual for the young, who are nowhere to be seen around here. What the hell are these cultists trying to accomplish here? It's highly concerning. We need to look into this. Yes, but... But what? If I do this, will I be able to finish my own investigation in time? Never mind, it's nothing. There's no other way. I'll gather as much information on this as my strict schedule permits. So, thinking about all the various ways things could go wrong makes me nervous. I loosen my collar a little. Alright then. Let's do this. Now, our next step should be... Huh? Hana? Why are you looking at me like that? I look down at my body, but I don't notice anything off about my usual mildly attractive self. What is it? Hana, what's wrong? Hold on a second. Hana, why are you... Whoa, what the... Hana touches my neck and a tingling sensation washes over me. This strange feeling makes me take a step back. Just stay still, you got a thorn stuck in there. For real? Where'd that come from? I mean, you didn't notice it? Maybe for some tree branch? In that case, you should have noticed it right away. Hana grumbles and reaches out to my neck again. Just bear with it, even if it hurts a little. While she's still speaking, Hana pulls the thorn out of the side of my neck. Act tough. Now that it's out, I can feel that it was stuck in there way deeper than I'd assumed. That's a large one. I wonder where the hell it came from. Impressive. Pretty good at holding it in, are you? Compared to some of the pain that I've been through, this is child's play. I instantly regret my tough guy antics. Bluffing to maintain a tough facade. So you're one of those guys, Jinsung. Damn, what's the right answer? Should I just play it smooth and tell her this is how all manly men are like? Oh, men. Yeah, whatever. Our next task is clear now. We need to find out where the young people are. And we need to find out what this salvation is all about. Yeah, right. Then I'll start my investigation from within the village, like last time. Good. We'll meet here again if we find anything. And promise me not to wrestle with any branches again. I'm not even joking. I know. That's that then. Let's get out of here. Hana walks away. I watch her as she's leaving. What's this? From here it looks like Hana is moving a little awkwardly. Her ankle. Does it still hurt? She's good at holding it in too, is she? I tilt my head and try to get a better look at Hana's ankle. I'm not sure. I can't quite tell. And I could very well be mistaken. Doesn't take long before Hana is completely out of my field of view. I turn around and think about how much time, or rather how little, I have remaining. Time is scarce. Will I be able to find information about the missing young people? If I can't, how do I persuade Hana to stay with me? With these thoughts running through my mind, I start walking. Time to head to my next destination for now. And I'm out of coffee. I finish my morning routine and have lunch. Stepping outside after lunch, the streets are empty. Everyone around here has gone inside at 1 o'clock. Good. Now I can freely explore the area. I should move quickly. There's no time to waste. Alright, we've finished the forest now. All done. Let's pick... Good question. Maybe we should do the village. Do the village, that's where Hana is? Let's do the village. Church, that seems like a good place to check. I'll go to the church in the abandoned village. She's investigating here, we should do the same. A small church in the centre of the abandoned village, once a place of worship, is now desolate and a messy shell of its former self. The church's appearance suits the village in a strange way. A place abandoned by God. Next to people who have abandoned God, the circle closes. I'm not here to think about the intricacies of faith. I mumble something to myself and look around. I can see signs of villagers coming and going. They look recent. Can't afford to miss any clues or hints, no matter how small. There's a really big cross. The cross must be the spot where people once prayed. Now it's nothing more than another worthless object in this forsaken place, destroyed and defiled as if to curse God himself. For a short moment I'm lost in thought about how things must have been once, but then I shift my gaze. Surely you'd turn the cross up the other way, right? Isn't that how you curse God? There's an old chair. I take a look around, but I can't find anything of note. I open the paper box with great care. There's a book with a lot of dirt on it. Vampire Investigation Records Volume 4. Hell yeah. Is that our first vampire one? I'm not sure. Check that out soon. There's a box in the corner that stands out. A Maxim magazine. Good. This stuff. Knocked over cabinet. What do we got here? I open it with great effort. Something falls out of it. What's this? Vampire Records again, volume 5 this time. Oh dude, we're gonna nail one of those down. With the first two cases, one of them is the vampire. Guaranteed. But I reckon we'll be able to nail down which one with that. A small chest with 6 drawers. I open them one by one. The other drawers are empty, but within the third one is a unique book. Vampire 2? Are you fucking serious? That's nuts. I look at the scattered papers. Satanism. Yay, my favourite magazine. TV? There's a TV that seems really out of place. I look at the TV and turn my head. Nope. I find a very old looking book in the corner. Oh my. I brush off a thick layer of dust and take a close look at the book. Its content appears to be religious, but the whole thing is written in English. That won't be of much help. Huh? What's this? Something is sandwiched between the book's pages. Looks like a handwritten note by the religious priest. Very interesting. This could be useful. I'll make sure to grab the notes. Alright. That's all for now. Alright, let's do it. Let's start with village logs because they're less important. Bishop notes 1. The man sent by Satan himself is scheduled to arrive here tomorrow. I shall welcome him and leave Hope Hill for a while afterwards. I do not wish to risk getting in the way of what is to come. I did some research on him in advance, so as to properly greet him. He wishes to be called by no name and instead wants to be viewed as nothing more than a vessel for the great Lord Satan. He said he would attend the grand ritual and wants to be referred to simply as the witness. Aha. I can't help but ask myself why we would need a witness to observe the event. If keeping an eye on things is his only intention, then Satan himself could easily watch our every move from his throne. And if interference was the true goal, then Satan would have sent a different entity altogether rather than a mere proxy. As a mere mortal human, it is often difficult to grasp the thoughts of that which is infinitely greater than ourselves. Okay. The capital city of Hell, Rasthartos. Many records of Hell nowadays share the same source, the devil worshipper and scholar Alonzo Briska, who kept meticulous notes of his findings. One of those most interesting records references a place called Rasthartos. Alonzo was taken prisoner by Lilith's servants and was taken to Rasthartos, where through various methods they tried to convert him. Due to their drugs, he was able to see more than he could have ever imagined, temporarily able to descend deeper into hell itself in a form neither physical nor spiritual. Alonzo's writings claim he ventured all the way to the realm of Asmodeus. Buildings were crumbled, surrounded by fire and contorted bodies of humans crushed by the falling bricks. Shambling human shells with no arms banged their heads against the wall of infinite size on the only pristine building, begging to be let go. The laughter of demons echoed from deep within. At the heart of it all stood my great lord Asmodeus. As I tried approaching this beautiful scene, I could feel my mind turn blank. The effects of my elixir coming to an end. There is a controversy regarding this record's authenticity. Some say Alonzo described a stereotypical image of hell at the time and nothing more. Whatever the case, it is a commonly accepted fact among scholars that Rasthartos is Hell's capital. About monsters, fear. Avid readers of our magazine will already know there are various types of monsters. Since we've received a lot of questions on the topic, let's take a closer look. Let's talk about the attribute fear. Oh, the horror. This monster type is actually quite common. Wouldn't any monster fill you with fear upon seeing it? The fact is, what makes this type particularly common? Among the most famous monsters of this type are werewolves, who are always of this type, as they have no other choice due to folkloric preconceptions. It is said humans who see a monster of this type tremble with crippling fear and become unable to sleep for days until they face a gruesome end. Many of them choose to end their lives themselves. Can you imagine a horror so great you'd rather die? If you've been suffering from nightmares for days on end, watch out. You may be a target already. Alright, we've got case clues. Monster info, sorry. So we got 3 vampire ones. That's the only new ones, right? And those are our first vampire ones. We're not going to read them yet because we don't have vampire 1. But that one says Samont. That's interesting. That one says doll summoning. Good. And that one says pierced. Excellent. Case 1. Pierced. Absolutely. But we don't have Succubus doesn't have anything like that. Someone with dolls. Speaks Samont. Which is correct. This one speaks ancient language, so we can cross out vampire. Which means this one's succubus, which means this one has to be the vampire, because they can only kill 1 each, right? There you go. Oh, we got conclusions now. These 2 have been definitely pinned down. Lynn is the next one who's going to get it, but cool. Oh, third case. What do we got here? Ancient language. Oh, that rules out vampire. There you go. Lynn is done as well then. Cool. Fourth case. We haven't got a fourth clue yet. Fourth thing yet. Oh, anyway, carry on. I took too long. I should go before the villagers find out. We pinned down 3 now. There's still some time left. We need another murder. Where else should I look? We need another murder. Desperately. Abandoned building. I go to the abandoned building. I come to a halt in front of the abandoned house. I have a gut feeling. Something about this place bothers me. I know what's been bothering me. There are clear traces of people having been here recently. This is where I'll look around today. I reach for the wooden box. Ah! The lid rattles. There's an old nail stuck in there at an angle. I just need to put some back into it. I shake my hands and grab the lid once more. Using more force, I manage to pull the lid up. Mashy, mashy! I can hear the wood splintering and breaking apart. Covered in sweat, I take a look at the box. The book's cover shows a gloomy design. This one's titled Tracking the Witch. Even as I heard it, even I've heard of it. Yeah, I remember. We've seen it. It's the one that's like banned or whatever. I open the lid, but there's nothing inside. I feel very disappointed and stare at it for a while. Then I close the lid and get back up. A large backpack that seems out of place. Someone's been here recently. I look through the backpack. There's a book that stands out from all the other things. The History of Hope Hill Village. Is this a book about this place? Should have a look at this. I mumble to myself and grab the book. I open the box. A thick cloud of dust rises up. Jeez. So much dust. Looking through the last dust, I look into the paper box again. But I can't find anything useful. Alright. The book's layout is well thought out and concise. I browse through the book in anticipation, but it's full of drawings and English sentences that I can't understand. Oh man, this whole place is sucky. It's a pretty big building with several windows. All of the doors leading inside are blocked. I try to jump up and look through one of the windows. The inside is empty. Phew. I take a step back, sighing. I see something on the wall. An old faded wallpaper or a poster of sorts. Can't really make it out. I look at it for a short while, then turn away again. There are books scattered all around. Something stands out among all the other books. Monthly Satanism. Ah, my favourite magazine again. I see a bag that doesn't belong here at all. Must be something important. Man. Book about the fox spirit. There's no proper books this time. We had so many good ones last time, and now we're getting nothing. I look around the drum barrel. As expected, there's nothing inside. Huh? I step away. I spot something behind it. I lift it up slightly. Undead... Okay, good. That's good. That's a good one. And we're done again. Let's read the documents, then we'll be pretty much done with this episode, I'd say. So, village logs. What do we got? A beginner's guide to Hope Hill Village. Hello there and welcome to Hope Hill Village. This booklet, handed out to every single resident, was designed to help you understand this great place better. Be careful with your copy, there are only a few in circulation. Hope Hill Village itself has only recently been established. Our great bishop had been praying to Satan for Mammon's resurrection for a long time, and shortly after receiving a divine response, he ordered the village to be built. The bishop, in direct contact with Satan, knew the village had to be built where Mammon had been laid to rest. With great effort, Hope Hill Village was built in secret. All building materials were chosen by hand to make it look inconspicuous. Ho Chang So, the man in charge of the construction, was officially recognized as a priest and still works hard for the Hope Hill Village to this day. Though there wasn't much time to build Hope Hill Village, all our combined effort resulted in the great place you see today. We hope you enjoy your stay here in this magical place, where you're blessed enough to be among the first to see Mammon rise and reclaim his rightful throne once again. How exciting. The monster is known all over the world, often also categorized as Night Alp. Some people say great care needs to be taken when differentiating between the terms. It would be a great mistake to label all creatures who invade dreams under the same umbrella term. The following list is some of the most famous examples from all over the world, all categorized as succubus for ease of reading. One-Armed Willie, discovered in the 1700s in Guerrero, Mexico, an exceptionally beautiful woman on the outside known for having mesmerized dozens of men into servitude. Its true appearance was that of a one-armed dwarf with scars all over its body, and it was shot dead immediately upon discovery of its true identity. 9 O'Clock Guest was discovered in the 1800s in Sheffield, South Yorkshire, England. Though all experts agreed on this one being real, there was never any hard proof that could lead to capture. But this doesn't mean that this particular succubus lived an innocent life. It is an ancient evil that has been around for centuries, repeatedly described in succubus literature. The Girl with Broken Wings, discovered in 1999 in Tyumen, Russia. In stark contrast to the somewhat romantic name, this succubus was particularly brutal, making people dream about being eaten alive by bugs. It was eventually discovered and executed promptly. Fox spirits are known for being especially rare. Unlike other common monsters, a fox spirit needs to survive for a very, very long time before it acquires magical powers. Though hyperbole, there is a reason a lot of literature refers to them as 1,000-year foxes. The following is a list of examples of fox spirits discovered in modern times. Grey Shadow, discovered in Weihai, Shandong Province, China, in 1820. Originally born close to the Swedish Kungsleden Trail, this Arctic fox fled China to escape its hunters. However, the hunters remained persistent, chasing it all the way to China and ultimately killing it with an elaborate trap. Heart Piercer. Oh man, that's a long word. Discovered in Cheongnam-do, Korea in 1980, this fox took over the appearance and identity of a schoolteacher who had died in an accident, looking indistinguishable from the original. However, while in human form, the fox spirit killed at least 8 people, eating their livers. It targeted lonely people without any social ties, and without any witnesses' reports, hunters couldn't track it down. Red Rock Nightmare, discovered in Wyoming, USA in 1999. This fox lived among Native Americans on a reservation, feasting on their hearts at night. Its husband grew suspicious over time, and though 3 people were injured in the process, the fox was eventually killed. Alright, we got monthly Satanism. The religions and languages of hell. Though scholars are actively researching hell, definite answers are hard to find. Naturally, it is hard to conduct research there in person for obvious reasons. That's why demonologists have shifted towards the analysis of the languages of hell instead. Any place with multiple religions will have multiple languages as well. Hell is divided into 4 regions. The ancient outskirts, with Origo as the main city, Rastatos, Samont, and Derma. Since demonologists can't go to hell themselves to fact-check, they have to meticulously scour old demonic records for new details, then piece everything together. It is important to note that this way of research, agreed upon by all demonologists collectively, means that everything is really just speculation. What follows is a small introduction to hell's regions and languages. It provides interesting insight to new readers, while at the same time serving as a handy guide for scholars looking up information. And we've got 1 new monster info. We got 2 new monster infos. When did we get Witch Records 5? That should be interesting. No clear MO. Oh man, that's useless. And what is this one? Satanachia's symbol. Rejects Satanachia's way. Rejects the way of Baphomet. Whatever. I mean, that could be fine. It rejects a specific way. Right? Brutalized, yeah. This has got to be it. Alright, good. That all checks out still. I'm pretty happy with that. I took too long. I should go before the villagers find out. Let's take a look at what I've gathered so far on my phone. 5 pieces of monster information as well as 6 village logs. Alright, I should take the right time to read through this. And with that, we're going to wrap this episode up here, because we're out of time for today. But I think we made some serious progress in that episode. We pretty much nailed down 3 monsters. Now we just got to figure out whether it's Hana or Sumi, who's also a monster. Because I don't know. But it's definitely looking like Sumi might be the monster. So we don't really have any evidence of that until we get another murder. So that's what we're hanging out for. Yay. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.